What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Morgan's Mind Podcast. I'm your host, Morgan Mills. So excited to be back for yet another episode chatting with you guys. I cannot believe that this is already episode 3 of season 2. Literally just 3 weeks ago, I told myself, okay, no more stalling. There's no more reason not to get it going. You have this adorable space. And so here we are, and I've had so much fun with it. Of course, I've had a few obstacles along the way, even like today. I have everything in my little space set up exactly how I want it, and so I remember where it is. I don't move like my lighting and things, but some things were moved, but it's okay. We're just working with it, learning as I go. I'm always trying to improve the lighting and audio and just have the best quality, but overall, just having so much fun with it, and I'm really happy with how everything is turning out for YouTube. And yeah, I just appreciate all of you guys that tune in Fridays for new episodes or whenever you do to listen to them, hear me yap and ramble on. So I've had a pretty good week this week. I hope your guys' week is going well. This week was my birthday week. I turned 22 this week. So I've had fun celebrating with family and things. This weekend we're gonna do some more celebrating on my birthday. I went out for my favorite food, which is sushi, so that was fun and delicious. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my adorable little setup that my mom had decorated for me. And yeah, so it's been a fun week, and I'm just really thankful for everything because, like, thinking back to even 2 years ago, even 3 years ago when I was 19, and I believe that was around when I was in my eating disorder and struggling more, I would not at all have thought or believed to be where I am today. So I'm super proud of myself and grateful to be where I'm at now at 22 with everything that I do, everything that I'm working towards, things that I have accomplished and things that I'm still planning to accomplish. I know that there's so much that I still have ahead of me, but I'm just really happy to have what I have and be where I'm at these last 22 years. So yeah, just really appreciative this week. And even like this podcast, for example, I never a few years ago, even at 20, would have imagined that I would be confident enough to host my own podcast, have the setup, the equipment, the friends to support me. So it just all makes me really happy, and I'm so excited to be here. So for this week's podcast episode, we are going to be doing a Q&A. I dropped a question box a few times on my Instagram story, and I had done so in the past, but never got to recording that during season 1. So here we are now for season 2, finally doing a Q&A. I read all of your guys' questions. I made a list. I have it pulled up here on my laptop. So we are going to go through those questions. Some of them were similar, so I kind of grouped those together, or didn't include ones that were duplicates. We've got a lot of questions to go through, and I'm really excited. You guys had some great questions, and I love sharing things about myself. I want you guys to get to know more about me, give advice anywhere that I can. So that is what we are going to do for this week. So let's get into our questions. So one of the first questions that I was asked was, what was the first thing that I started to do to lose weight? As many of you guys know, you may not know exactly how much, but I lost, I believe it was 82 pounds to be exact, was how much weight I lost when I got down to the lowest that I have weighed, which was definitely, of course, unhealthy and not maintainable for my height and my body and things like that. But I always just want to be honest with you guys. So when I very first started to lose weight, I was not going to the gym at all. I did not step into the gym for probably 2 years after I started initially losing weight. But when I very first started losing weight, I was in high school, and what I did was I started doing little at-home workouts. My mom had a subscription to a program called Beachbody, and I would pull it up on her laptop, and it had tons of different coaches and challenges you could do. So a 21-day fix, things like that, where you would follow the workouts every morning, and they were things that you could do just body weight or with small dumbbells and things at home. So I would either do that before school or after school, and then it became summer, so I would just do those during the days. And I would do those in our office just in front of the laptop. I would do the little workouts every day, and I kind of just changed the way I was eating because I did eat a lot of junk food. Like, I would come home from school some days and eat a whole bag of Takis. Obviously not healthy. So I just kind of started making healthier food choices, and I was kind of doing low carb. Like, that's what my mom was doing at the time. And I was definitely overeating so much that even just cutting out some carbs, my body started responding very well and losing weight. Obviously, that's not really what I recommend now. I recommend a combo of things, a calorie deficit, weightlifting, cardio, things like that. But this is what I did initially when I had no knowledge of how to go about things the right way, honestly. So yeah, I was eating like cheese, nuts, veggies, yogurt, cottage cheese, deli, like turkey meat, ham, things like that. I was kind of just doing a combo of that. And even within like the first week, I started losing weight. I saw the scale going down. And so this was all before I got into weightlifting, ever even knew or thought about tracking my food or anything like that. So yeah, that's honestly in 2019 how I got everything started when I realized I was unhappy with how I looked and felt and wanted to lose weight. Another question that I had that kind of went along with that was, how long did it take to lose the weight? I am pretty sure that the initial losing 82 pounds before even going to the gym was in about a year and a half. And that was because COVID hit probably halfway through. And so I did gain a few pounds back being at home, eating, not really being able to go out. I mean, I was outside all the time, but I was just having fun and enjoying it. I wasn't focused on losing weight or anything. So it probably took about a year and a half for me to lose that weight until I got to an unhealthy point. So this next question kind of goes for the opposite. So like after I lost weight, this person asked, was it scary to gain the weight back? Because obviously I had lost so much weight. Like, I was dedicated to losing as much weight as possible. So she said, was it scary to gain the weight back? I have an eating disorder and mentally am struggling, but I want to be successful in the gym like you. That makes me so happy, and I promise you, even though it is scary right now, it may seem impossible, it definitely is possible when you put your mind to it and you go about things the right way. Focus on making your body feel good, not focusing on that number on the scale. Make small minor changes that are going to heal your relationship with your body and with food in general. So it definitely was scary gaining weight back in the beginning, but I honestly would not say that after a little while, a few months, that it was scary for me, because I completely started ignoring the number on the scale. I had made it, when I started going to the gym, I had made it a goal of mine for the beginning of a new year, actually, to stop weighing myself at all. So I did not know what I weighed for over a year. When I had went to the doctor, I asked not to know the number, things like that. So that definitely made it less scary for me, because I did not know how much weight I was gaining back. I didn't know how fast I was gaining weight back. I just knew that I was becoming more confident in how my body looked. I was gaining weight in the right places that I wanted to. My body was finally evening out and becoming proportioned when I was giving it the foods that it needed, and finally enough of the right foods. So yes, in the beginning, it was scary. I was definitely hyperfixated on the scale. I wrote down in my notes every single food that I was eating, because I was scared of gaining any weight back, but I was told by my doctor and my parents that I needed to start eating more. I had to if I wanted to keep going to the gym and things like that. So I just stopped caring about my weight. Like, your weight does not define you, and if that is something that does scare you, I definitely do recommend just taking a break from the scale, taking a break from knowing your weight at all. Focus more on how your body looks in the mirror, how you feel in your clothes, your energy levels, your sleep, things like that. Focus on your mental and your body, and everything will follow. You'll gain the weight back without even knowing, because you'll be feeling so good, you'll be feeling yourself and how you're looking, that number starts to mean nothing to you. And I'm so happy that that's at a place where I am now. So yeah, it can be scary and it may be scary in the beginning, but I promise you that the rest of your journey, it does not have to be scary. The next question we are going to talk about is how to get rid of stubborn love handles. And I hate to break it to you, but you cannot target that and you cannot specifically focus on that. We as humans, we are not able to, sadly, we are not able to target fat loss. You can't really look at your body and be like, I want to lose fat in just my legs. I want to lose just my love handles, just my arms, armpit area. We are not able to target fat loss. The body chooses where it loses fat first. Everybody is different. Like, we all lose weight in certain areas first. We all gain weight in certain areas first. I may lose weight in my face first, and you may lose weight in your stomach first. Everybody's different, so you can't really pinpoint an exact way to do that. Even vice versa, like, I may be a person who gains weight in my legs first, and you may gain weight in your stomach first. So it's honestly just impossible to tell you, like, oh, these certain exercises are going to help you lose fat in this area. These certain foods are going to help you lose fat in this area, help you lose your love handles. It's a combination of things all together, kind of like I mentioned before. Weightlifting, including cardio, every day, every other day, increasing your steps, trying to hit 10K steps, focusing on your water intake, eating high protein in a caloric deficit, your amount of sleep, all of that added up leads to fat loss. And so I'm sorry, but I can't really say that one specific thing is going to lose your love handles, because you could do all those things and start losing weight in your legs first, but you can train and you can weight lift with an intensity that helps to recomp your body. It's called a body recomposition, and you may stay the same weight, you may gain a little weight, you may lose a little weight, but your body will look completely different. And so that's where I love, like, the beauty and the power of change, because you can do all those things and your body will look completely different. But so like I said, yeah, sadly though, we just can't specifically target love handles, if that makes sense. The next question was, for people that have a hard time eating, what would you recommend? I would definitely recommend easing yourself into it, taking it slow, and not forcing yourself to jump right into eating more or overeating. Gradually adding to your diet, whether it's adding in a few more snacks throughout your day or adding in one or two things to each of your meals, so that it doesn't feel like you're forcing yourself to eat too much at once when it's hard for you to even eat enough to begin with in the first place. And sometimes you do just have to be mentally stronger. You have to be mentally strong enough to force yourself and tell yourself, I'm going to have to eat this. I know my body needs it. I need to be eating more and eating enough. So sometimes you just have to tell yourself, I'm going to do it, and then do it. But there's definitely ways to make your meals or make your food more enjoyable. Find ways to make yourself want to eat and want to eat more. If there's certain things that you love eating, but they're not the healthiest, so then you just don't eat at all, then take those food options and learn how to cook them more healthy for yourself, or learn how to, if it's something you're ordering when you're out to eat or for fast food, learn how to choose a healthier option. You can almost always find healthier options, but I would definitely recommend taking it slow, listening to your body, finding the things that your body can digest easily, because if you have a hard time eating, like I said, I definitely struggled in the past with things like gluten and dairy. Just when I was getting back into eating and eating enough, my body could not handle those things. So I found other ways to get my protein in until my body was comfortable enough and was able to digest and process those things. But I brought them in gradually to my diet. So like I started eating a Greek yogurt for a snack or for breakfast to get dairy back into my diet. And then maybe I would have a scoop of cottage cheese with dinner. Just things like that don't make you feel like you're eating too much at once and going to cause you to be nauseous, bloated, have trouble going to the bathroom. And even if you're someone that just, like, you genuinely forget to eat, It could also even be helpful to set reminders on your phone. Set a reminder at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then any snacks that you have in between, so that you make sure, like, okay, well, there's my reminder, I have to eat. Make sure that you eat it until your body feels full, you're comfortable enough, or if you had a specific portion, if you're trying to hit your goals, make sure that you do that. You're reminding yourself in any way that works for you. Another question that I had that kind of went off of this was, what are some meals that you eat for gaining weight? And this honestly, again, just kind of depends on the body, but for gaining weight, you're going to want to be in a calorie surplus, which is the opposite of a calorie deficit. It's where you're eating above your maintenance calories. And some meals, some snacks, some things that I kind of think would help with this. When I was gaining weight, I wasn't tracking anything, but I was eating more. I was finally having a great relationship with food, so I was eating anything and everything that I would have been scared to eat before, and that's such a great feeling. But some snacks that I think would be great for gaining weight are things high in carbs, proteins, and fats, of course. If you add in a serving of nuts here and there, nuts are full of fats, healthy fats. So if you add in a serving of cashews, maybe almonds, even to the top of your yogurt bowl, adding a serving of peanut butter to your yogurt bowls, and then also maybe even making protein oats. I love protein oats. I add a scoop and a half usually of my Alpha Lion protein powder to either oats or cream of rice, and then frozen fruits, sugar-free syrup or honey, peanut butter, chia seeds, things like that that are higher in calorie and macros, you're adding to one meal to make it more fulfilling and higher in macros all around. Even if it's just upping your servings of rice, your serving of sweet potatoes, whatever carbs it may be. I'm actually in a bulk right now, and one of my meals that I really like is kind of like a burrito. It's a tortilla with a lot of rice, beans, chicken, shredded cheese, and then I add spinach, hot sauce, and stuff like that. So that's definitely a great meal that I love. But for help with like actual meals tailored to your macros and things like that, or your certain food likes, dislikes, never hesitate to reach out to me. I would definitely love to give you meals that are going to fit into your plan and your specific goals. And so now, kind of straying away from like food topic and things like that, I got some questions that are more like tailored to me and wanting to learn a little bit more about me. So one of the questions I got was, did you go to college? Yes, I went to college. I went to college right after high school. I majored in telecommunications, with my major being focused in video production. I originally was going for telecommunications with a focus in digital sports production. Then I was like, that's not really for me anymore. That's what I did in high school. But so I switched to general. I just wanted to kind of be more broad with my opportunities. So I switched to video production. And I honestly did not have the best college experience. I started kind of during COVID because my senior year of high school was COVID. So things were definitely not as good as they could have been, and I really just was ready to get out of there. So I actually graduated in 3 years instead of 4. I took max credit hours, I took summer classes, and yeah, so I guess this past year, I would have I would have just been graduating this coming May. Yeah, so that's crazy to think about. I graduated last year from college, but if I hadn't graduated early, I would be graduating this year, and I'm so happy that I graduated early because it has given me so much more time to do the things that I actually enjoy. All my stress came from school, and I was just ready to get out of there and start focusing on what I actually wanted to do, and I now am. So yeah, that's what I did, and I kind of halfway through, again, wished that towards the end I switched my major again, but it's all good. I got the degree. So yeah, that is what I went to college for. Somebody asked me, do I go to Alphaland? I have gone to Alphaland 2 times now. I went for both summer shreddings last year, so in July and October. It was the most fun experience ever. I literally was in love with it. I wish that I went to Alphaland on a regular basis, but no, Alphaland is not near me. It's out of state. I do not live in Texas. I hope to eventually one day, but I do plan to be going back, hopefully this year at least, for summer shredding, and hopefully maybe even meet some more of you guys. I also got asked what is my favorite gym brand. I have so many favorite gym brands, honestly. A few of my favorites are Do You Even? I just posted recently, actually, the new drop. It's super cute. First Health Apparel, I literally love everything from them as well. TLF, of course, so adorable. I love almost all Amazon gym brands. Like, I have an Amazon storefront if you ever want to check that out. That's where most of my gym clothes are from. I'm not even gonna lie, most of my gym clothes are Amazon brands. And then, of course, Young LA is definitely my top favorite. Young LA will always be my dream sponsor. I love Young LA so much. I'm wearing my Young LA sweats right now. I've got almost every color of these. I love Alphalete. There's so many gym brands I love. If you ever need bras or shorts recommendations, feel free to DM me because I have so many that I love and would love to see you into. Do you work out on your period? So that's another topic that's kind of hit or miss for me, I guess, because I don't always have a period. I actually lost my period a few years ago when I was deep into struggling with eating and not eating enough. Your body, one of the first things that it will do when it doesn't have enough nutrients and things, is your hormones decide you don't need a period, you don't need your reproductive organs to survive. So in order to supplement in other areas, I lost my period and it never fully has come back normal. So it's kind of just hit or miss still if I have a period. And even if I don't, I still feel the effects in my body, like I still cramp and things like that. So yeah, even though I don't really always have a period, I do still feel the effects, and it definitely sometimes makes working out difficult. There definitely have been days, even 2 days, when I have skipped the gym to rest, or I'll even just go to the gym and sit in the sauna, do cardio that day, something that kind of eases the pain and helps me feel better. But definitely if you're someone who has terrible periods, don't feel like you have to force yourself to work out. But there's also times when I've been on my period and then I have an amazing workout, and I think it would have been the other way around. So it's kind of just listen to your body. If you want to push yourself, go for it and do it. But if you don't feel like it, then by all means, don't make yourself do it. So somebody asked, how tall are you? Because I feel like I have trouble losing weight because of my height. So I am 5'8", I believe. Yeah, I don't know. I swear the height changes every time you go to the doctor. 5'7" to 5'9" is what they tell me. I think I'm 5'8", so I'm 5'8", and my height obviously definitely affects my weight, because when I was down to my smallest weight, I was weighing like 122, and for my height, that was not a maintainable weight because I was super thin. My body fat was so low that my body was literally having trouble functioning and I was getting sick. So yes, your height and your weight definitely correlate. Weight obviously looks different on you because your body's more compact. So yeah, definitely consider that also plays a factor in if you're trying to lose or gain weight, but don't hold it as an excuse for yourself. You can lose weight no matter what your height. The last question that we are going to go with is, what are your goals, fitness related and in general? I would love to know. Thank you so much for asking. I love sharing these kind of things with you guys. So my fitness goals right now, I am currently in a bulk. So I leaned out myself, just kind of purposely. I was wanting to lean out. I was wanting to lose a little bit of weight. I had no goal weight in mind. I didn't even weigh myself, but I just knew that I kind of wanted to lose some of my body fat. I wanted to lean out. I wanted to look a little bit more shredded and defined. So I lost around, I'd say 10 to 12 pounds. But I also lost some muscle mass with that, and definitely strength. I lost noticeable definition, at least to me, in areas like my arms and my back and things. And I mean, I wasn't really training back at the time because I was dealing with injury and stuff, but now I'm in a bulk, so I'm eating more, and my goals are definitely to gain back more muscle and more of my strength. I eventually down the road do want to consider and think about competing, but that's obviously a little whiles from now. Right now I'm just kind of having fun, going with the flow, enjoying the process, doing things that make my body feel good. My food is up, the intensity of my workouts is up. Summer's coming up and I really just want to look and feel my best. So that's kind of my fitness related goals right now. In general, I have so many goals. Some current goals of mine are to keep growing my podcast. I want to expand to sharing clips on YouTube. I created an Instagram account that I need to be more active on for my podcast. I'm currently kind of in the works with creating my own clothing brand, merch, things like that. I'm always focusing on bettering myself as a coach, gaining more clients, helping you guys. No matter what your goals are, if it's to lose weight, gain weight, have someone to hold you accountable, no matter what it may be, I'm always looking to better myself as a coach so that I can help you guys achieve whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. I'm really just kind of hoping to be in like my self-love growth area, getting back to the things that I used to do that made me feel good, starting new things that make me feel good. I have a lot of new books. My goal is to get through those and then read even more books. I also kind of really want to start a book club, so if any of you are watching this that are local with me, let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. I also think it'd be fun to like go live when I do those kind of things, so you guys watching could also participate. I think that would be super fun. That's a goal that I have. I definitely want to have guests on my podcast, so stay tuned. You might be seeing something soon. In the long term, I'm just kind of trying to save money. I eventually want to move out of state. I'm not sure when that will be, but I know that I don't want to stay in my hometown forever. I want to get out and travel. I've always thought that it would be fun to be a flight attendant, and I guess that there's only like certain times of year that you can really like apply and stuff, but I definitely plan to look more into that. I would love to travel the country. I've not really been to many states, and I've never been out of the country, so I think that would be an amazing opportunity and something that really interests me. So that's kind of more like a long-term goal that I have. I'm sure there's more, but those are just some of kind of my main goals right now. I'm always trying to just better myself as a person, learn more, become more outgoing, make new friends, go try new things this summer, get involved in things, and just really do what makes me happy. So those are kind of some of my goals. I would love to hear some of your guys' goals, whether it's in the gym, in your career, things that you're working on right now yourself. So feel free to drop a comment of what some of your goals are right now. Thank you guys so much for leaving questions. I had super fun with that. I definitely want to do a Q&A again. Maybe I'll do a part 2 because there was still honestly like half the questions that I didn't get to. But similar around the topics that I talked about, but I would love to dive into each question again specifically, answer new questions, go off of other questions that you guys had. So we'll definitely be doing another Q&A here in the future, but I appreciate you guys for participating and wanting to know more about me and advice that I have. I will always love to share with you guys things that I've learned about. My journey has kind of taken both ends of the spectrum with losing weight and gaining weight, so I'm always here to give my tips and share what I've learned over the past few years. I'm always learning more ways to go about things, so I definitely want to keep sharing those with you guys. But yeah, I just love that you guys had some great questions for me. I am already so excited for next week's episode. I have something super fun planned and I can't wait to see how it plays out. I'm so excited to record it. It's going to be so much fun. So definitely make sure to subscribe to me if you aren't already. You'll see updates on my Instagram, of course. Make sure you're following me at HealthLifeMorgan. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in again this week and listening. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. Let's keep working on becoming the very best version of ourselves possible. Bye, guys.